Welcome to the official debut of Inspiritus TV. I'm Robert Steinhagen and this is Little Old Army. Today is Tuesday and that means that we're focusing on fundraising. Now, of course, this program is always 5 minutes or less because I know that you need to get back to work. So I'll do my best to make our time together as lighthearted but worth your 5-minute investment as I can. Now, I found a fairly humorous article that makes light of some of the most common mistakes in year-end fundraising appeals. From last month's issue of Fundraising Success magazine, a periodical that I know all of you read regularly, Mark Pittman plays Dear Abby and answers a letter from someone who identifies themselves as frustrated. Frustrated asks the simple question, why didn't people give to my year-end fundraising letter? First, you wrote Dear Friend instead of using my name. Pittman argues that if you can get a letter to me with my name on the envelope, then there's no excuse for not addressing me on that letter. So when you write Dear Friend, I see it as a sign of laziness. Next is the lack of a PS. He writes, even if I were interested enough in your cause to get over the Dear Friend, you still left me hanging. Where is the postscript? This is a fundraising letter. It's Fundraising 101. You're not writing a business letter for your high school teacher. You're writing a letter to motivate giving. He says you need a PS in the letter to let me know what you want, why, and when. Now for the fun part. Pittman points out that the letter wasn't about the receiver at all. He writes, you are clearly narcissistic. The Dear Friend showed me that this letter wasn't about me at all. But the letter boldly confirmed that this is all about you. Pittman then points out the frequent mistakes of using terms like our work and us twice as much as the term you and your. The letter also made the mistake of failing to mention the reader in any of the first 5 paragraphs. He goes on to write, so mentioning me 8 times in the last paragraph was not only overkill, it made it clear that I'm just an afterthought. It's the proverbial bad date where the arrogant person finally stops talking by asking, well, that's enough about me. Now you tell me what you think about me. Pull back from telling the reader how cool you are. Focus instead on telling them how cool people like the reader are, people who support the work and fund the impact. So talk to us, he writes. Tell us why giving to you makes us special. Tell us what impact we make possible because of our wise decision to give. Pittman finally hones in on a part of the appeal that's the appeal. He writes, you totally confused me. The letter talks about history and programming and founders. Then there's the paragraph where you wake up and remember, hey, that I'm still here. That's the paragraph where you plead with me to make a gift. Now, I recognize that some of these best practices may come across as manipulative and motivated only by money, but he's trying to help us write a better letter that will help us to meet our funding needs. These best practices helps you create a letter that people may actually read. So unless you're still writing handwritten letters, even a 1-page letter is seldom read line by line. Most simply skim the letter, so you need to make it really clear what it is you want from the reader. Look, these best practices, whether you are a huge ministry that sends out tens of thousands of direct mail pieces monthly, or if you're going on your first mission trip with your church and are writing an appeal for your personal support. These things work. Doing these things that help your letter get read is just good stewardship. So take these few simple tips and try them. And if you'd like to share your best practices with us, please do so. If we read your comments or questions on the air, we'll send you your own Inspiritus TV tumbler just like Old Army's. So thanks for watching and trying us out. I hope you'll keep coming back every Tuesday as we focus on fundraising. Until then, I'm Robert Steinhagen along with Little Old Army wishing you and your ministry team blessings.